Tuesday, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. Deshaun Watson and the Indianapolis Colts taking on Aaron Rodgers and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers now on first down. And a quick throw here that's complete. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 2nd and 4. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. A look at the numbers for Lockett from a week ago. 6 catches and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. First carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run here with Gibson. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Here's a give to Gibson. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. This defense for the Colts, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 33. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well. He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
A throw over the middle taken in. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. handoff for Gibson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. Now it's Rodgers. Open man there is Collins, complete. Touchdown! Nico Collins, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. Leading them out is their quarterback, the former 12th overall pick. Some refer to him as the natural, Deshaun Watson.
And in last week's game, you weren't sure which side was going to do the cheering when he stepped back to throw the ball.
But you knew he was going to throw it a lot.
Oh, he's going to throw it a lot. I mean, he's ended up throwing 5 touchdown passes, but his interception rate, that wasn't so terrific either. So one side was going to be cheering when he stepped back to throw it.
They did get the win, though. We'll see if they can parlay that into this week. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
A handoff for Etienne. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Now Watson. Buying time to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. Now it's Watson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run to a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that. Someone's sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. On second down, here's Gibson again. And he spins past him and into space. The 20. But he will finally be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts 9. 68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined, no one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Nico Collins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Returning it, John Ross. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit. 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Now Etienne to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
On second down, Etienne once more. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And that's going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
From the 50, it's Watson. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, Watson. There goes a deep ball end zone. And that is incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Gibson to start the drive. Ooh, the juke. And some room to maneuver. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. This taken in at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but...
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Colts. DK Metcalf, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again. Touchdown! That's caught at the 1. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Gay is on for the point after. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Now Ross to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Throwing on third down, Watson. Flushed out right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. So a big pickup that time, and Charles defending. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Watson. Being chased, and he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal, so a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack. 2nd down and goal. Watson, and that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's what we're seeing here.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers. We focus on him for our Players Spotlight. And a trio of touchdown passes so far. They've got the lead as well. All is good in their football world. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Rodgers now on first down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Levi Onwuzurike. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Traditionally, as a defense, your #1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. So the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish
touchdown Indianapolis. Travis Etienne, 76 yards. And the Colts come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Boswell for the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And up past the 35, a very good return, but a penalty down. That may negate all the good work. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Rodgers' throw complete there to Smith. No, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Extra point now by Boswell. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So out come the Chargers. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tanner Muse there defensively. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's got it to Collins, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Colts pick it up. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big time, John? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play action pass could very well be open. His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Watson now to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis.
And the Chargers will take over possession here up at the 44.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
And they'll start on the ground. ETN. 122 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down, ETN once more.
They find some open field here. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the 2nd half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 2nd down, a run with ETN.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. Open man, that's Renfro. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Boswell for the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. A drive that time of 6 plays, and the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The
The Charger drive about to get going. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Rodgers, got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Here's a give to Etienne. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll run with Etienne. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 154 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll try the air now with Watson. They'll buy some time right. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. To throw is Watson. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down inside the 30.
is starting to fall into the category of not fair. Because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
From the 25 on second down, Watson. Caught out right by Renfro. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And they'll run with Etienne. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Travis Etienne with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Colts could be on their way to a 5-2 start as they add on to their lead. Well, that's certainly an important touchdown there and makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. L.A. readies for its next possession. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. And he's got his big tight end here. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 39. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Rodgers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Troy Apke. And the Colts force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Well, hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And picked up by the Chargers. And hold everything here. This one is not over yet. They return it for the touchdown.
They continue to fight, don't they?
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? this definitely qualifies.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Colts are going to recover the football. And that should be enough to get them home. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now Etienne. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run. It's Etienne. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now Watson. And quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Colts, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Carolina Panthers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.